Hey folks, Reverend Jordan here, coming to you from the gazebo on this Epiphany in the new year, January of 2022. It's a snowy morning. There's snow covering the ground, just a dusting, but it's beautiful. It reminds us of the light of the winter season. As all of this sunlight reflects off of the snow around, you can see it behind me. It's washed in white because it's so bright that it's washing out the camera. That's the light that comes in this dark season. That's what this day is about too. This Sunday or this Thursday of Epiphany, and it's the day where we recognize, as those wise men did, who this Jesus is. We'll look at that a little bit on Sunday when we gather for worship here at West Glenville Reformed Church. We'll be listening to that first miracle, the first sign, as the Gospel of John calls it, where Jesus Christ turns water into wine at the wedding in Cana. And as we think on that, we'll think about how people around Jesus must have been also receiving an epiphany themselves. Who is this Jesus? How has this miracle taken place? It's a sign, and a sign points us to something else, to something greater. So that's what we'll look at when we gather for worship on Sunday. We'll explore not only the season of light that comes in the time of darkness, and what this Christ light means to the world, what the epiphany and the realization of who Jesus is, what does that mean to each one of us? Where do we need epiphany in our lives, right? There have been a lot of times when we've asked a similar question. Where do we need God to shine a little bit of light? Where do we have a question or a concern or a confusion? Where do we have that lost space, that darkness in our lives that we need the presence and the light of Jesus Christ to enter into? So that's what we'll be looking at. We'll be exploring the season of Epiphany. We'll be exploring the joys of listening to that first miracle story and how Jesus brings light into our lives. Also not lost in that story is the idea of bringing joy to the celebration, right? I think in years past when we've encountered this scripture, you might have heard me say something to the effect that Jesus is the life of the party, right? He brings life and joy and excitement into that party at a moment where it could have turned in a totally different direction. Well, that's the other side that we'll look at on Sundays. How does Jesus do that for us? How does Jesus bring joy and life and excitement and something to look forward to into our lives, especially in these dark, kind of cold days? I don't know if you can tell, but it's a little chilly out here today. So that's what we'll be doing when we gather on Sunday for worship. And also, I just wanted to let you know a couple of things that are coming up. January 23rd, we have a double whammy after church. We'll be having a community meal, and then we'll also be having our annual meeting. The annual meeting will follow worship immediately, and then we'll gather right around noontime for a community meal. We'll be serving that meal together here in Poff Hall, so we invite you to come and be with us for that. And we look forward to it. And also to come and be at our annual meeting, we'll elect the upcoming new elders and deacons that have been nominated, and we'll move those processes forward as well. And so I just wanted to share that with you, and I hope you have a blessed Epiphany today. Maybe you'll have an epiphany on Epiphany. And that would be great. That's my prayer for you, for all of us. And I bless you on this snowy Thursday Epiphany in the year 2022. Hope you have a great day. Bye.